Welcome to the Taking Care of Tutu podcast. I'm your host, Meg Obanoff, and today we're excited to have Belia Paul with us from a Honu space. Belia, will you please tell us a little bit about your company and what it is that you folks do?
Yes, thank you so much, Meg, for having me. My name is Belia Paul, and I am a professional organizer. I help people declutter their homes and offices and to give them back some time and space in their life.
Great. And I imagine that you work with different kinds of clients. This podcast is primarily for seniors and people who are caregiving for seniors. So I would love to know if you have any experience working specifically with that group.
Yes, absolutely. Seniors are tend to be one of my number one clients, actually. Um, I find that people call upon a professional organizer when they're going through a transition. So, as seniors start to see the things that they've accumulated through their life, maybe in their 60s, so when they're getting ready to make a change, is when I get called upon.
Tell me about some of the safety concerns that you have um, come across and how you worked with seniors to address those.
Well, like we were talking about, the box that's now being used as an end table. Uh, Years tend to come from a time where we didn't invest in anything new. Also, furniture was made better back in the day too. So
Totally.
we've had that dresser for 30 plus, 40 plus. It was the parents before that, etc. So it well, often they don't work anymore, right? The hinges have come off, the handle's not on, working anymore. That they don't even have that much clothes anymore, but they're keeping this item. So that becomes a safety issue. And
Because like the drawers can come out and go on the floor. Yeah.
totally both out. I actually just switched out a dresser for someone that's exactly what it was. It was a super old dresser. When he pulled it out, the whole drawer would fall out on his
Oh gosh.
and cut them, and then they don't even feel the cut, and then they're bleeding and they don't even know why they're bleeding, to something that makes more sense and is easier for them to get in and out of. So looking at all of the safety concerns that there are around the house and then being compassionate to them and talking them through why this is not safe for them anymore is really helpful to get them to want to be able to get rid of it.
Pill dispensing would be that has to be an innovation that's in the works or is about to happen or has happened because I think there could be a good um because that's such a concern, right? With seniors, they cannot remember if they took that or they didn't take that or they're
My dad is a perfect example.
tell me.
He has the AM, PM, Monday through Sunday. Then what he does is he takes the pills, the AM, and then he goes right to the cabinet and he refills that spot on that day. And I'm like, well, what is it covered? And you're supposed to do it on Sunday or, one day a week.
By the way, I am seeing where you get your organizing, your gene for organizing. It's like I cannot have an open Sunday AM. I have to put the pill in there.
And so I was like, why are you doing that? And he's all, because it's there for the next time. And I'm like, but how are you going to remember that you already took them? And because I took them, I'm like, okay, so right now, today, work with that, but as his cognitive issues get worse or, he starts to decline, we're going to have to change that for sure. I think pill automation would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would absolutely be something that
Because
was
we have caregivers who don't live in the same town as their parents. And so they are the people who are going to have to rely on some of these innovations more than the daughter that lives next door and could just go physically check. How do you think family members can support their loved ones when they're going through this process with you?
they should try to understand where their parent is at. Just like you said, meeting them where they're at. Uh, this is their whole life's stuff that they've accumulated, that they've been through, that they, you know, they were a professional skier and they have all the stuff from their skiing or whatever it is, that we hold on to, being understanding to them of why it's so important to them, taking a step back and looking at what is important to you might help you understand why this is so important to
In
you.
your own life or your own home. Yeah. Because I think you sound like you're really good about celebrating these small wins. Like even I was like, "Did you scan all those 30 boxes?" And you're like, "Nope, those 30 boxes are still there." So we have to celebrate the tax returns getting done
Yep.
and the boxes are still there. The 30 baker's boxes are still there. It's not like next time they come over to their parents' house, it's gonna look like a model home.
No.
So the priorities are safety, clear paths, clear walkways, nothing dangerous, that they can access what they need in their everyday life, that their tax returns can get filed.
Yes. And, lighting is really important
Oh, interesting.
as well. And there's a lot of great, simple, inexpensive ways to add lighting into a home. A lot of pantries don't have, or they have a light at the top and that's it. So, you got these shelves and then you can't see. So, under shelving lighting is
Oh,
excellent.
interesting.
Um, Adding a sconce in the hallway, super
Yeah,
easy.
yeah,
If the person is not very mobile, you can even move light switches down, have an electrician come in and just bring them down a couple of feet. If that's where Auntie sits all the time in that same spot and the light switch is up on top, and every time she has to turn it on or off, she's got to get out of her seat.
yeah.
It'll make it easier for them by making everything that they need more accessible.